This is Cleona Ward's green card. It was recently renewed and doesn't expire until 2033, but it didn't keep the 54-year-old Santa Cruz woman protected. Cleona was born in Ireland and has lived in Santa Cruz for more than 30 years. She ran into trouble when she came back to the U.S. at the end of March.
I'm livid, and the way that they are treating her is worse than a criminal. She had no contact with any family members. She was basically eating tapa ramen and goldfish for 3 days.
Cleona was detained because of her prior criminal record, which stretches from 2003 to 2008, with misdemeanors and felonies totaling 6 cases involving possession of drugs and theft. But then Customs let her go so she could get documentation to prove her records had been expunged in California. Cleona, who her family said struggled with addiction, did so and went to plead her case at SFO Customs yesterday.
They basically just kind of messed around with her all day.
She was detained again by Customs and told she would have to argue her case in front of an immigration judge. Her family hasn't spoken to her since.
She has a son who is an American citizen who she is currently a caretaker for because he's chronically ill. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, she's not a criminal. She has a criminal past, which she has atoned for.
A spokesperson for Customs and Border Protection says they can't comment on individual cases, but in a statement says when a legal permanent resident with multiple convictions, including felonies, is presented for federal inspections, CBP officers follow strict protocols to ensure the traveler is compliant. A source close to the investigation says Cleona is still under federal custody at SFO and says it's because Cleona's expungements happened on a state level, not federal. But Cleona's family points to her travels out of country before. Just 2 years ago, they were in Ireland. So why now?
The current administration. Yeah.
The source rejects it's because of the Trump administration's immigration policies, but legal experts say it's clear.
Drug convictions are particularly problematic. Even though they've been decriminalized under state law, they are very serious under federal law. So for people who have prior drug or theft convictions, you could be in the crosshairs of the Trump administration's deportation policies.
Stephen Clark says lawyers and district attorneys' offices are inundated with people trying to clear their records completely and says anyone who might find themselves in a situation like this needs to seek counsel now.
My sister is Irish. If she was, Latino, Mexican, El Salvadorian, it doesn't matter. She is a green card holder. She's the mother of an American citizen. She deserves to be treated like a human being.
That's Gia Vang reporting for us. Ward has been transferred to a detention center in Seattle and is expected in court for a hearing on May 7th.